How to avoid logical fallacies in persuasive writing. Have you ever wondered how to make your arguments stronger and more convincing? When writing a law school personal statement, avoiding logical fallacies is key. Logical fallacies are errors in reasoning that can weaken your arguments. They often relying on invalid or irrelevant points, which can detract from your message. Let's break down how to steer clear of these pitfalls. First, clearly define your claims. Support them with credible evidence. This could include statutes, case law, or scholarly analysis. Avoid making assumptions or relying solely on emotional appeals. Instead, focus on solid facts that back up your arguments. Now, let's look at some common logical fallacies you should avoid. The ad hominem fallacy occurs when you attack the person making an argument instead of the argument itself. In legal writing, it is important to focus on the reasoning and evidence, not the character or motives of others. Next, there is the straw man fallacy. This happens when you misrepresent or oversimplify an opponent's position to make it easier to refute, always representing opposing arguments accurately. This not only strengthens your credibility but also shows you can engage with differing views. Another fallacy to watch out for is the slippery slope. This is when you claim that one action will lead to a series of negative consequences without proof. In your legal arguments, make sure to demonstrate a clear causal link rather than relying on speculation. The hasty generalization fallacy involves drawing broad conclusions from insufficient evidence. Make sure to conduct thorough legal research and use relevant precedents. Avoid using isolated examples that do not representing the whole picture. Then, there is the appeal to authority fallacy. This occurs when you relying on an authority figure's opinion that is irrelevant or outside their expertise. Always cite authoritative legal sources and explain why they are relevant to your argument. The red herring fallacy introduces irrelevant information to distract from the main issue. Stay focused on the legal question at hand to maintain clarity in your writing. Lastly, the bandwagon fallacy argues that something is true simply because many people believe it. In legal writing, your arguments should rest on law and reason, not popularity. To put these principles into practice in your law school personal statement or any persuasive writing, start by planning your argument structure carefully. Ensure each claim logically follows from the previous one and is backed by evidence. Critically assess your own reasoning for potential fallacies. Reviewing your draft or discussing it with peers can help you spot errors. Use precise language to avoid ambiguity, which can lead to misinterpretation. Address counterarguments respectfully and accurately. This shows you understand differing views and can respond thoughtfully. Focus on logical coherence rather than emotional persuasion, as law values reasoned arguments. By applying these strategies, your persuasive writing will be more credible and effective. This is especially important in law school contexts, where logical clarity and sound reasoning are essential.